It was the 1970s, and in New York, the mob was on a roll. The Fife family supposedly had their hands into just about everything: construction, protection, gambling. Mob insiders say that if you ever had a problem doing business, just hold a gun to someone's head. Then, all of a sudden, it's no problem. It would seem that in the mob, murder was just business as usual. Ask this former wise guy from the Banana crime family. He'll set you straight.
When you kill more than one person, you gotta be a serial killer, right? Right? A lot of serial killers running around out there. Certain guys want to show force, you know? They want to show that they're the toughest guy around, or they're, you know, don't mess with that guy. He killed more people than cancer, you know what I mean?
How did they dispose of all those bodies? Hey, it was like taking out the trash.
If you don't want the guy to be found, they'd cut up the body, chainsaw the body, put it in plastic garbage bags, take it out and dump it in the ocean. How you leave the guy depends on what kind of message you want to leave and what the guy's transgression was.
And almost from the time you landed at JFK, before you even got to the city, well, you might get a whiff of what was going down.
Well, some ladies just flew in from Canada, and she's walking through the parking lot at Kennedy Airport. It smells this strange aroma coming from the trunk of her car. And then they open it up, and there's Joe, been in there for 3 months. Long-term parking. Real long.
There were evidently quite a few Joes who wound up dead. But there was one Joe who had other plans. His name was Joe Pistone. He was an FBI agent. He was about to go undercover to enter that forbidden world, and he was willing to risk everything to do it. What made him think he could pull it off? Well, let's just say he wasn't some FBI suit and wingtips.
To work deep cover long term, you have to be mentally tough, more so physically. I mean, it takes a physical person, but the whole secret of undercover is being mentally tough.
But mental toughness could only get you so far. The inner workings of the mafia were hidden from outsiders by a stone wall of silence. The only way to learn was to get inside the belly of the beast, to gather the hard evidence he would need to take it down. And this was one guy who went into it with his eyes open. Pistone had already been an FBI agent for 7 years. He knew what the mob would do to him if they found out he was a Fed.
Well, with a mob guy, if you're considered a snitch, you're, lower than whale dung.